They ain't up there today.
I don't see him. That's why I was looking around now. Let me just take another look and see if he's around, but I didn't see him right now. Let's see. I see Red hiding out.
Yeah.
Because I thought he was going to be here tonight. He said he was going to swing by, but let me see.
That's what's up.
Nah, I don't be seeing him. Yeah, I don't see any Red over here. I don't see him, so I don't think he's hiding out.
See Drees.
Nah.
You trying to get Jedi on there.
Nah. Yeah, I got her number, so I'll have to hang out with her later.
Man, you living the life, man. You the man out there. You the man on the streets.
I'm just trying to keep up to you guys, man. You guys are living. You guys know the whole
Man, you out there
scene.
for 3 weeks. Cut that bullshit.
What? Oh, no way, man.
Hey, you trying to humble down and shit. You know you ain't got there. You know you out there in heaven.
I guess so. You got your hat on, so I got to throw my hat on too.
Man, don't be throwing that Boston stuff on, man.
I got to. Someone's got to represent. That's why it's called Cheers to Sewer, because that Boston guy owned it when it first opened. He still got, I think, partnership in here.
Oh, really?
Boston John, yep.
Oh, your buddy. So what about
Yeah.
What about the cook?
Cook is from Jamaica.
Yeah.
What's it, Chef Ryan?
So he's part ownership too, right? Or no?
I think so. I'm not really sure how their split is because there's Doug. Have you talked to Doug yet? Yes, sir, Doug is available. Yeah, hold on. Let's see if Doug wants to talk to you.
I don't know who that is.
Oh, hold on. I'll introduce you to him. Let's see if Doug is. Oh, yeah. Oh, he's busy. I'll have a chat with him later. So Doug is right over here. So it's this guy right here. He's also part owner. Guy who's to the back of us, but he's talking to customers right now. Are you not broadcasting yet, are you?
Yeah. I'm on live, man.
Oh, you're on live. Okay. I don't know if he wants to talk now, but let me just try to actually make myself towards the light. Yeah, so I can be seen.
Yeah. What's going on,
Is that better?
We in there. What's good?
Shit, man. Trying to get everybody on the panel, man. You know, folks, they doing stuff, eating dinner, you know, sipping on martinis. I don't know what they doing, man.
Shit, I'm at the house chilling like a motherfucker. Like that. It's a weekday. You know what I'm saying? Go out there on the weekend.
Oh, okay. Hey, every day a party out there, man.
Basically.
That's right.
How you ended up in DR, man?
Man, you know Amari?
Who?
My man, you in Boca Chica, right?
Nah, he in Sasua, man.
Oh, okay. I just left there this week and I was out there kicking it with Greg Flip Flop.
Okay.
Man, to the motherfucker. Texas got their ass whooped. He a big Giants fan. I'm from H-Town. We sitting there watching them boys go at it. I'm the one that ended up sad as hell. Shit.
Yeah, I saw part of that video, man. You had a lot of people watching that, man.
I think it was just because I'm gonna be honest, man. Like I didn't even think about it till after the fact. Like it was probably niggas like for real, like trying to watch the game and shit. I was just streaming from Flip Flop Bar. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I didn't even think about that. Like niggas was like disliking the video and shit. Like what the fuck you niggas think? Like YouTube ain't just gonna let me just stream the motherfucking game, man.
I know that, right? Hey, you gotta pay some copyrights.
All that. They ain't put the video though. That's because I wasn't that's because I was so fucked up with it.
Yeah. Oh man. That's nice right there. Hey, at least from the back.
That's what's up.
What about that true love out there, man? Well, what's up, Chris, man? You the inside, man.
All right, so my experiences is this. I live in Santo Domingo. I've been to Sosua twice. If you go into Sosua thinking that you're gonna fall in love, I feel bad for you because you're gonna be sorely disappointed. Those are working women.
Yeah. Hello? Chris, you still there? Hello? I think Chris' internet froze up. Oh, damn. He dropped off. Yo, you back up, man?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know what's going on with the internet, but
So what's up? What's up with you guys? Can you hear me?
yeah, I can hear you now, man.
Sí, un momento. What's up, anymore?
Hey, man, you look like you found love already, man. You found
I
love?
know.
Oh, you
I would
found
guess so.
love?
She's walking away though, so I don't know if it's working out. I tried.
Connection, man, not sure.
Yeah, you guys dropping out?
Man, what's up with that internet, man?
It's Santo Domingo, man. That's how it is. Can you hear me though?
Yeah, we hear you now.
All right, let me just speak on my piece and then I'm gonna let y'all do what y'all gonna do. So because I live in Santo Domingo, this is how I approach both sides of the coin. If you go into Sosua, the best thing to do is find you a date for the night. And once she leave, you either gonna be her client for the future or y'all never gonna meet again. That's Sosua life. That's takeout food. That's Burger King. That's McDonald's. You feel what I'm saying? But if you come into Santo Domingo, that's Fogo de Chao. That's eating inside. You feel what I'm saying? That's Golden Corral. That's where you got to sit down at a table and order the food and put in work to get it. You feel what I'm saying? There's no work necessary in Sosua. There's pros and cons to both. It all depends on what the brothers are coming out here to get. If you're coming out here for some quick come up, go to Sosua. If you're looking for a soulmate or you're looking to change your life and find you a real woman and all that type of shit, you coming to Santo Domingo, if you don't know no Spanish, you're going to get played. It's just how it is, man. For rookies or for brothers that's just getting into the game, just getting their feet wet, it all depends on what you're looking for in the beginning. And then maybe after time, your priorities shift. So maybe you start off in Sosua, but after a couple trips, you get tired of that. And you say, you know what, I'm going to try to find me a decent woman. I'm going to go to Santo Domingo. I'm going to go to Dijabon. I'm going to go to one of these small little cities outside. You feel what I'm saying? So brothers got to be real with themselves. Number one, there is love that can be found in this island, but it damn sure ain't going to be in no Tagged and no Badu and no Dominican Cupid. You know what I'm saying? You got to get here. You got to learn a little bit of Spanish and you got to get out in these streets and meet the women that's just walking around. That's your better bet of finding true love.
All right. That's what's up, man. So have you been, I mean, for the people that's on my subscribers, they may not know about your channel or whatever, but have you been in love in DR since you've been living there?
Yeah, man. Like when I first got here, I was working. I used to work for AIG, but then AIG fired like 130 of us. So they gave me all this severance money to go away and be quiet. I came here for vacation for 3 weeks, really enjoyed myself. This was at the end of 2012. Came back to live a couple months later because while I was on vacation, this dude offered me a job in the call center. I ain't had nothing going on in the States. I figured, why the fuck not? Let's do it. Came out here, and when I came out here, I was dating this chick. Oh, girl had 3 kids. Now, she wasn't a chappy per se. I didn't even know what a chappy was back then in 2013. But she did need help. I ain't never moved in with the chick or nothing like that. I was never stupid. I always was cautious that I do my thing, you do your thing. And then after I kind of get myself situated, I kind of, put it to the side. You know what I'm saying? We still cool to this day, but I loved her. I still do love her. I love the girl I'm with now. Shit, I love all of them. You know what I'm saying? But It's different levels of love. I'm not finna come out the pocket for nobody unless I feel like we are establishing something together. I got my own thing going here. I teach English, both private classes as well as in an academy. So it's not the fact that I got to be hard up to meet women because I'm surrounded by beautiful women every day, all day. So I can afford to be a little bit more selective as far as who I decide to give my heart to or my time, or I could just build a wall around myself and just pay for it. It's all, again, it just goes back to what I was saying. It's just depending on what you're looking for. Me personally, I'm all about team building. I believe that it take 3, 4 of them motherfuckers for me to feel comfortable. You know what I'm saying? I don't have them all at the same time. I'm not Hugh Hefner, and I don't want brothers to get the wrong idea. I'm not cute or nothing like that. I'm a little out of shape. I'm 40. You know what I'm saying? I need a haircut. But that's the difference between living in the United States and living in the Dominican Republic. I don't have to be that fitness model type nigga that's making a big ass bankroll in order for me to be a successful black man out here. I can just live my life normal, you know what I'm saying, and still pull what most brothers would consider to be 8s and 9s. You feel what I'm saying? And it's not because I'm giving them a lot of money to kick it, because as you can see, like I said, I'm an English teacher. I'm not balling nothing like that. I got a nice little apartment. I'm living a comparable life.
He I don't know if he kind of cut out right there, Chris. You there with me, Nick? Got some internet connection problems, fellas. Uh, Nick, are you there with me? Nick. I don't know what's going on.
Can you hear me, Rich?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay, I muted myself. So yeah, I'm still here.
All right, so
Yeah, so it's great. Chris, I think he dropped. So he probably there's a power outage a little while ago, and I know he's all the way in Santo Domingo, so obviously a different situation. But he said his internet was acting up.
yeah.
Who else are we going to get?
Tell us your experience as far as finding love abroad.
Well, my experience in England back in the late '90s. So I met my wife there. I was doing my graduate studies, and she was doing my master's. She was doing her bachelor's. So we met there. Then she came to the U.S., came to live. We lived in Boston for 5 years, and then Vancouver, Canada for about 7 years. But we got divorced, split up. I mean, it's possible to find love abroad, definitely. I mean, in any country. Like I said, the big problem for a lot of men and women is going to be really especially if you live in the United States, bringing someone to the United States. Because you do need a certain amount of money for visas and maybe even lawyers and all that. Dre on there, okay. Let me just mute myself.
Yeah.
So I was going to continue.
That's Dre.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Nick.
Yeah, so what I was saying is that, yeah, it's totally possible. You just gotta, if you're thinking long term, then you got to put the time and effort to kind of make that relationship work, especially bringing someone from another country to the U.S.
Oh, okay. So that was a long time ago, though, right?
For me, that was a long time ago. Yeah, I've been divorced for like 5 years, so that was ages ago. Married for 11 years, got divorced, been divorced for 5. So that was second marriage. First marriage was to a Sri Lankan woman when I was just starting college. We lasted like 3 years. But I met her in Boston, though. That's totally possible to find love abroad. I mean, I agree with Chris, though. So when you're, when you're trying to sort of find somebody, so sewer is an in and out place. A lot of ladies come here to work, obviously work on the street or work in some other kind of business. I mean, pay for play kind of business, that kind of thing. They're not obviously looking for a guy usually for long-term relationships. It's a casual thing. Obviously, guys know that. Even if it's a vacation spot, it's the same thing. Santo Domingo, a lot of people have jobs in other cities. They're kind of more settled. It's not like people are getting in and out of the city all the time. They live there, they work there. So you have a better chance if you want to find love in, let's say, Dominican Republic, a long-term relationship, in places like Santo Domingo, Puerto Plata, or Santiago, because people usually have professional jobs there and something long-term, That's my perspective.
Yeah, I mean, it's like you can't go to a steakhouse looking for seafood either. So, I mean, it don't make sense to go there looking for love. I mean, come on now. You know what I'm saying? But what's going on, Drees? What's the deal, Jedi?
Not much. Just trying to catch track of the conversation, seeing where I can go with it. Just wait for the next question to come through. I just got myself comfortable to where I can get on and enjoy tonight's conversation.
Yeah, I had got your message, man, but I was on live, so I couldn't really hear it. But I had sent the invite out. But Nick was
I
just
put
telling
you
us.
on.
Nick told us he found true love abroad, and now he divorced. Now he's stuck in some sewer.
I'm
Well,
living a hard life in Sosua.
Yeah, now he trapped down there with a one-way ticket. He trapped
well,
down there with a one-way ticket.
well.
So the question of the night, man, is can you find uh love abroad, man? You know what I mean? Can you find a special lady, put in the work, get the time to know her, and do you think it can work?
uh, yes, and no. Now, I'm talking about because I just it's more of a yes if you find it. If you find it, and you keep it in that area where it's at. Because I don't see multiple cases of it not working when they find true love over somewhere else and they come back here. You know, for every 10 cases of where it go wrong when you bring a chick from abroad back, there's one case like my cousin. He's another Navy guy, got with an Asian chick. He been married the last 25 years.
Damn.
What's happening, C? What's happening, Nick? What's happening, Derek? Greg V. Travel. Shout out to Macara, Coast 32. Shout out to WTU and everybody in the chat room.
So what part of
Uh,
Asia did he find her?
oh, I don't know. I don't want to say the wrong thing.
Yeah.
So I just said, hey, that's what cover everything.
So the answer to the question from your perspective is yes, you can find true love because a lot of
Well,
guys seem to not think that you can bring the girls back to USA.
well, like I said, I think it's a high probability of that love lasting if you keep it where it's at.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I mean that might be true right there. That definitely might be true. I'm sure the percentages are higher, but definitely in my opinion, I believe you can find it, man. But like Nick said earlier, man, if you looking in a if you're looking in a steakhouse for seafood, you ain't gonna find that shit. Most likely, you ain't gonna find it, man. But I believe if you go to a different setting, just like Chris was saying, if you in DR, you go to Santo Domingo or maybe Santiago, somewhere other than the tourist spots where you pretty much gonna see the girls, the working girls. I mean,
Can
that's
I
pretty
give you
much.
three? Let me give you three cities that the brothers can go to outside of Sasua to find beautiful women that are very humble. For example,
Please.
you can come to Santo Domingo or you can come to Villa Maya. Right outside of Santo Domingo is Villa Maya. It's in the north. These are more brown than dark skinned chicks. These are women that are children of African slaves that were transported here in the mid 1800s that came down from Samana. So, what a lot of people don't understand is that there's a very heavy African American presence in the Dominican Republic. Samana is the city that they actually went to. So outside of Santo Domingo, you got Samana. You can also go to San Juan. There's a couple of different places, man. But just outside of the tourist normal places where you got to kind of do your homework a little bit. But you can definitely find true love here, man.
So, in your opinion, Chris, if you wanted to find true love in DR, how do you go about finding these chicks? I know you said earlier, don't use the Tinder and all that crap. Don't use that. So basically, you just gotta go there, walk around, scout the city. I mean, how would that shit go, man?
Well, let me clarify my statement. What I was saying was you can definitely use all of those formats of different things to find a woman, but you only using that to find out what type of women are attracted to a guy like you. You feel what I'm saying? It's for feedback. It's for data research. That's what you're using it for. So then that way you honing your game, you're getting better at how to step to these women in person. The same game that you use on these websites. Hola, ¿cómo estás? Mi nombre es Chris. Tiene hijos, tiene trabajo. Shit like that. That's the same thing that you would do if you were stepping to them in person. And you have to use the same game because it becomes familiar. So once it
Right.
becomes familiar and you get your little game down, then you're able to freestyle off of it. You're able to get better at it because you have a formula that you're working off of. The problem is that most brothers come out here with no format, no formula, no playbook, and it's like they just lost, but they know that they like the women. So they have the desire and the motivation to get better, but they just need a little bit of guidance. And that's why programs like what you got, programs like what I got, programs like TaylorMade, what we're trying to do is provide a playbook for brothers to follow to write their own stories. No man should ever be following another man's footsteps verbatim. That's not what we're promoting. What we're promoting is use our experiences, use our negative experiences, use what we've gone through, positive and negative, and create your own story and build off of it.
Go ahead,
Like
Jedi.
that.
Jedi, was you saying something?
I mean, I can kind of chime in. Yeah, totally. I agree with Chris. And, so a lot of what I use in when I'm dealing with women on Facebook, generally Facebook now, WhatsApp, whatever, I will use that to practice conversations and my Spanish with women. So I call it my free Spanish tutor. You get in there, you talk to them. You like he's saying, you work over the ability to talk in another language to a woman, to understand how to have a conversation, especially if you do a video chat with them. You may not even go out with this woman, but at least you're talking to her and you're thinking on your feet and it's direct one-on-one. And some of the women will correct you and say, hey, well, you got to say it this way. You said it wrong that way. And and you start to work on your approach, but also the kind of women you're interested in. That's the other thing. You're going to tune into their personality, what they're interested in, what kind of women they're like. Sometimes, through the video chat, through the text chats. Sometimes, of course, it gets a little crazy for me because I have 5 or 6 going on at once. But it's like I have to hop between each one. And sometimes a video chat at the same time. But that's how it works for me. But I'm just saying it does get you to think, like he's saying, in the language. Also about the culture. What are they interested? What do they like to do? They like merengue. They like salsa, the kind of music, the kind of food they like. So you may not even maybe deal with this woman when you arrive to the DR or wherever country you're going to, but at least you know how to like approach them, talk to them, have a conversation, and you get over the nerves you might have with like talking to women in a second language.
Go ahead, Dries. Dries, you
I
there, man?
agree with you, man. Everything you said was 100. And I just want to add this to it too. When you're having these conversations with these women online, you have to approach it as a game. If you take it too serious, you're going to get yourself hurt. And a lot of brothers get very angry because the women don't talk a lot. It's culture based. These women like to talk, but they like to talk in person. They're not big social media users. They're just learning how to use Instagram. They're just learning how to use Snapchat. So they're behind socially and culturally. They just a couple years behind us. So they're not as well versed as using the internet or using WhatsApp and shit like that. So a lot of their conversations be dry as fuck. That don't mean that they dry in person. That just means that their conversations on WhatsApp is they don't know what the fuck to talk about. You don't know what the fuck they got going on with their life. So what the fuck is you saying? You know? And you talking about, yeah, man, I just pulled the 12-hour shift. They like, what the fuck is that? Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, we try to translate like actual slang that we use into shit that it just don't translate over. So some of it is culture. Some of it is the gap as far as we're much more advanced than they are. But some of it is just getting the smell of the country on you, taking a couple of trips before you decide to settle on anything. You have to be very patient if you're gonna play this game.
Yeah, that's true, man. You definitely need time, man. You know, like I mean, if you meet a female, you definitely gotta spend some time. And what I notice is some guys they bring girls back to the states. They meet these girls, but they don't even talk to them on a regular. They just go over there periodically, but they don't have that much chemistry. But all they know is they bringing a new color TV home. You know what I'm saying? And that shit don't be working out. I mean, I guess they using them for sex, convenient sex, and they bring them back, and you got a trophy piece on your shoulder. You got some money, got an exotic little chick, but at the end, it ain't gonna work. She gonna leave because it ain't no chemistry. Like you say, if you ain't building chemistry with a woman, it's the same if you get a woman in America. If it ain't no chemistry, she don't call you every day, 2 or 3 times a day. If a woman don't call you 2 or 3 times a day, she ain't fucking with you. You know what I mean? You
Well, let
really
me ask
ain't.
you a question. Let me ask you a question.
Go ahead.
What how does it taste when you bring Burger King home?
Shit. It tastes like fast food, like
I'm
shit.
sad. Like if you eat Burger King in Burger King, it tastes good as shit. They got
Yeah.
extra ketchup. You can get a refill on your drink.
Oh
Feel
yeah,
me?
yeah. I feel you.
You take that shit home 2, 3 hours later. That shit cold. It's nasty. The fries is gross, rubbery. That's what happened to these women when you take them out of their element without proper vetting. You know what I'm saying? You gotta listen, man. At this point, I've been here a little over 6 years, and I still ain't met a chick that I would even consider bringing back to the States because she would, number one, have to ride for me through everything. We would have to have been through some shit. So that way, it ain't no way, no nigga, no how could take her from me. You feel what I'm saying? We can't, it's to the point where we shouldn't even have to have that type of discussion. And I ain't got a no chick head that good yet. So I'm not even gonna play myself. I'm gonna keep playing the game over here. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, I understand. Dre.
I was gonna. Oh, sorry. I was gonna add to that. So I tried dating women in Buenos Aires, two different women, and then Brazil and other Latin American countries. And the thing about it, traditional Latin American woman is a family-oriented woman, and it's very homebond. You know, like a homebody, I should say. So they're generally not going to move outside their country. And if they move outside the country, visit you in another country, usually going to be with a family member or a friend. But they're going to generally stay right next to their family. Most of them don't move outside the U.S. unless it's with their family. It's very few that will make the jump. A few professional women I know have done it, but very few generally make that jump. Or if they get educated in the United States, you know what? They go right back home. So Chris is right. I mean, they generally don't feel comfortable outside their culture and outside their country unless they're with other family members. Women, men are different. The men are usually going out and doing stuff. The women, man, they like to have mom right next door, dad right next door. A lot of them also live with their families until they get married, until they move out. It's like, so it's a totally different culture. They're not as free moving as some of a lot of them in the U.S. You know.
Yeah. Okay. Drees, are you with us?
Yeah, I'm with you. I've been sitting up here trying to talk. I ain't realized I muted myself. Okay. You hear me?
Yeah. We can.
Yeah, I've been up here talking, and I had to mute myself. And I forgot I muted myself. Yeah. Where you at, Nick?
Nick a little busy over there. He got a chicken in his face.
Yeah, I'm trying to. There we go. I didn't realize I could change the screen like that.
Hello,
Hello.
how are you?
Kick that Spanish shit to Drink.
Hola, ¿cómo estás?
Hello,
¿Qué es lo
bien,
que?
¿y
Hola.
tú? ¿Qué lo
Bien,
que? ¿Qué lo que,
tranquilo,
guau,
ya
guau,
tú
guau?
sabes. ¿Tú vives allá en Sosúa?
Yes, yes,
Ah,
I
ok.
live in Sabaneta.
Ah, ok, está bien. Yo vivo en Santo Domingo.
Gracias.
Damn. Hell, must have seen the police coming or something. Dang.
Boy, out there living
Well,
his best life.
yeah.
So crazy, man.
She was like, "What are you doing? What are you doing?" I'm like, they got some good looking bartenders. They got some good looking bartenders. I'll say that. So it's let's G back on it. I'm mute myself right now.
Make sure you check out Flip Flop Bar, not far from there. Where you at? I think he at Bourbon Street, huh?
I think he
I'm
had
trying to
cheers,
see.
man.
No, I'm at Cheers to Sewer right now, so I know you
Hey
guys can
man,
probably get a view. So
does
that's a
does
spot that
does Flip Flop have a bar in San Domingo now? Oh, they
No,
got a new
not
spot?
yet. Not yet. Nah, he just got his spot in Sosúa for now, but it's a dope spot down there at the end of the strip.
I thought I heard something. Maybe I seen something online like they was in Santiago or maybe another city, or maybe I
Mm-mm.
saw it wrong or whatever. But
Not yet. He probably thinking about expanding in the future, but as soon as we get more brothers that really want to invest, instead of talking about it, want to be about it, then we can start doing some real major things here. You know what I'm saying? But it take brothers working with us. You know what I'm saying? Like we living out here is different. We're in a different situation. We ain't making dollars, we making pesos. So our situation is a little bit different. Greg's situation a little bit different too because he on the bar, so he making dollars, credit cards, shit like that. I teach English, so I make dollars and pesos. But for some brothers, they just out here living on their pensions and shit. That ain't that smart, man. If that's the only source of income, you got to diversify your situation.
yeah, have you met some guys in San Domingo that like have a very successful business away from the tourist type of business, like just a general business with Dominican support?
Well, I'm gonna be honest, man. I've only met 5 brothers in Santo Domingo, and I've been out here 6 years.
God damn, you only
they we don't like it because you guys speak Spanish here.
so you saying the whole time you've been there, you only seen 5 brothers.
5, man, and 2 of them work with me.
Mm.
So
You
you
know what I'm
so
saying?
basically you're not like in a tourist type of area. That's the issue or what?
Well, even when I lived in a tourist type area, all right, think about it. Like, if you was gonna move to Santo Domingo tomorrow, where would you move to? Where the tourists is at? El Conde or La Zona, Zone Colonial, because those areas are well known. What you don't know is that it's much cheaper to live outside of the city, but it's still considered Santo Domingo. It would be considered the suburbs in the states. It's like you could work in New York, but you're gonna live in Jersey. You feel what I'm saying? And then
Right.
just come back and forth like that. It's the same thing with Houston, where you could live in Houston, but you live in Sugarland or outside the city. So it's more. They don't have that type of mindset here. But it's crazy because they got the metro, and the metro fast as hell. You would rather sit in traffic for 2 hours than take the metro, where you're gonna be rubbing up against some beautiful women. You know what I'm saying? Because the metro full of pretty ladies. So you ride the metro, and it's gonna take you about 30, 45 minutes, or you can sit in your car for 2 hours in traffic. That's just stuff that you pick up moving here. You feel me? But like if you talk to the average Dominican, the metro, I have a car. Yeah, you stupid, because you sitting in traffic for 2.5 hours in your car. Like, we just move better out here because we smarter about how we get down. Most brothers, especially from New York and Jersey, they used to using the subway or the metro. It ain't nothing to them.
Yeah.
So we just come here, we get comfortable using that. It's way cheaper. You know what I'm saying? So we learn how to adapt much easier than our counterparts of a brighter persuasion.
Dang. Woo.
I'm saying.
Persuasion right there. Yeah, Lee. What you think about that one, Dre?
It is what it is, bro. No comment on that, though.
Yeah. Well, you living the life out there, man. Both of y'all, man. Man, wish I was out there right now. But
I'm gonna tell you, man, like another thing about it is that it's not like just all, don't get me wrong, man, like it'd be some annoying ass shit that go down. Some of these Dominican dudes mad rude. They'll get up in your face. They'll try to cut you in line, especially if you're in a grocery store in the bank, because they assume because you look like them, oh, this is just another lame ass Dominican nigga. Nah, I ain't from here. You ain't gonna skip me in line. You feel what I'm saying? I'm gonna give you a Barry Sanders, Edmondson, Peterson stiff arm to your chest. Let you know, let you know I ain't from here. And then everybody gonna look at you crazy, and you gonna be the one looking stupid. I'm just standing in line. What you trying to do? So sometimes you gotta check a nigga like that, but very rarely do you have to come up out yourself. You can just be your average relaxed brother. You ain't never hardly got to get angry, man, on people. I like that. I like that type of lifestyle.
so why you think that they? I always thought like if you're a tourist, they would try to cut you in line because they know you're not from here. They might be trying to take a little advantage of you or something. But you saying it's just the opposite? They just think you're a regular Dominican?
Yeah, they gonna play you. They gonna listen, man. Like if you give them an inch, they gonna take them out. You feel what I'm saying? If there's a cop that live in your neighborhood and he pull you over once and you give him 2,000 pesos because to you that ain't nothing, guess what? Every time he see you, he gonna be looking for that 2,000 pesos. It don't go down from there because you started high. Same thing with these women. If you start them high, you going to Sasua paying 5,000-6,000 pesos for a good time for a couple of roses or whatever the fuck they say. You know what I'm saying? You can't go down from there. You just go up from there. So you got to be very careful how you move. You got to use as many different forms and channels that you can use to get as much information that you can get. And then when you come here, move smart.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I talked to a guy that live in Santiago, and he said that basically the women out there, you can control them more than American women. What's your opinion on that?
Well, there's no Me Too movement here. Let me tell you a real quick story about something that happened here this week. So there was a police woman who was fucking her boss. Her boss got jealous because she's fucking another nigga. Happens a lot in the States. She leave this nigga, she fucking another nigga. The nigga threatens to release a sex tape of them fucking, and the girl got so distraught because of that, she killed herself in the U.S. Embassy where she worked. Now, this whole situation only played itself out like that because she felt like she had no recourse. There's no Me Too shit. Who the fuck she gonna tell? And all that's gonna happen is she gonna look bad in the public eye. You feel what I'm saying? So like the women here they don't have a lot of power. They don't have a lot of say. So because of that, how you move here is completely different. And the type of woman that you're dealing with is completely different than your average American woman who's used to having rights, who's used to having things her way, who's used to being able to call for help when things are bad and things like that. But here is very, very, very different. For example, if I'm on the metro and I rub my dick up against some chick and she look at me crazy, that happens in the States, everybody gonna be like, oh, what a creep. But if it happens here, she turn around, everybody gonna be like, what? You paid to ride the metro. Get a car. Like that's gonna be the attitude that people is gonna be like, what? This the metro. This shit happens. Like women can't complain about that type of shit here. So it changes how you approach women. It has to change your approach because once you understand that the average Dominican is gonna get what they can get out of you, then you got to be a little bit smarter with how you move. You know what I'm saying? You got to build a wall around yourself and move smart. You know, just be smart about everything that you do, and you don't have to tell everybody everything.
No, that's right.
I was going to add to that. So there's an old Spanish expression called derecho de mano. So it's right of the hand. And it's like when woman is so beautiful and so irresistible, a guy can't help but like pinch her ass, pinch her bum, you know what I mean? Touch her, you know. So it's an old Spanish expression, but what Chris is talking about is a lot of that. It's part of that's machismo culture and Spanish culture, right? It's a little different countries, but you know, the man has the right of way. The man is the man is the head of the household, and it also goes both ways because Latin women expect a man, and that's where a lot of American guys like me have had problems with Argentine women from other countries, because they want you to be out in front. They want you to take the lead. And so some guys, you know, we American men, we're used to feminism, we're used to maybe kind of sharing power with women in different situations, but we're not used to being like the guy who's out in front, the macho man, the really strong man. So sometimes they want you to make all the decisions, you to decide things. It's not a lot of feminists, a lot of countries. So one situation I would say is like when I was in Buenos Aires, when I was younger, with a young, tall, attractive woman, all these construction workers were catcalling her, going, hey baby, my mama told me to eat my soup so I'd be taller so I could go out with girls like you. And I was like, aren't you upset at that? All these guys are catcalling you. So I was like, no, it's just like that makes me feel attractive. I like that attention, you know? So there's part of it in the culture that they feel that they're a woman, they want men to be attracted to them, where in the United States, a lot of women go in the opposite, where they want to be seen as professional. They want to be unfeminine. They don't want the attention. You know what I mean? They don't want the attention from men. They don't want the catcalls. You know, it's a different culture, and hard for sometimes American guys to get used to it, because that's where the Latin woman expresses her sensuality and sexuality in a lot of different ways, with wearing tight clothes, tight fitting jeans, and showing off her curves. A lot of American guys have to get, because it's like, that's also, you as a man got to be like masculine enough to handle that, because they also want to be out in front, and they're not trying to hide how they look and their appearance.
Good assessment, bro. Hey, what you smoking on, man?
Newport.
Some of them Dominican Newports, man.
No, just Newport.
I'm gonna bring you some real ones, man, when I come to San Domingo.
A card, please. Shorts in the box.
Hey, so how was that weed out there, man? Because I know it's a sewer, man. It's terrible.
Oh no, man. Tell your boys to hit me up outside of the live shit.
Oh,
I will say this. If you live in the States, you doing much better than me. I just got more.
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying? I just got way more. That's it.
They're smoking that Pretendo in Sasua, man.
But that's, you know why? Because they ain't got no idea how to do it proper. You know what I'm saying? Like a couple of years ago when I was in my other spot, I had some shit that I had got from overseas. I grew it in my spot. You know what I'm saying? I showed up at the club one night, day after my birthday. My shit ain't have no seeds. They didn't understand why they had no seeds. They was just looking at this shit like it was an alien. You know what I'm saying? They ain't never had seen no shit like that before. You feel what I'm saying? So listen, like outside of this, a brother could come out here and do very well for himself, but you taking the chance. And why would you even want to play yourself like that? If you're gonna do something like that, it's better to keep it to yourself and not let nobody else know what you're doing. Get you a nice little tent set up. You know what I'm saying? Put that shit in a separate room and just pay your little light bill. Get you some CFLs, some LEDs. Don't fuck with no metals because that's gonna be too expensive. And just have your own little situation going. You ain't got nothing to worry about. And it's nothing that you would need to talk about. Nothing that you would need to YouTube, definitely.
Yeah.
And you would never have to worry about having to buy, which is another way that you can get caught up in something that you don't want to get caught up in. You have to be very self-reliant because the more self-reliant you are, the less opportunities you give for somebody to try to scheme you.
I know that's right, man.
Yeah.
Hey, let me ask you a question, Chris, man. Do you have a lot like a lot of Dominicans out there that'll go out their way to hate on you and like call the cops type of shit, man?
Never,
Oh,
man. Never.
really?
Listen, like I've never had any problems, anything like that. Nobody has ever called the cops on me. I've never had anybody like come to my apartment on some bullshit. Nothing. But a lot of that is because I'm a very humble dude. Like I don't play my music loud. I'm a good neighbor. I keep my shit clean. If I got a couple chicks over, we in my room. You feel what I'm saying? Like I'm not
A
I'm
couple?
not gonna be a ignorant American. And then I'm not out in here. I'm not out in these streets talking English loud, and I'm not being stupid. You feel what I'm saying? Like I'm myself. Listen, I'm from H Town, so I jam screw. And if I'm on the metro and that motherfucking Cash Forever hit me good, or some Scarface hit me good, or some Ghetto Boys, nigga, I'm rapping that shit in English, and I don't give a damn who hear me. It is what it is. If I get a couple drinks in me, I'm gonna be rapping in English. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
That's me. But they know that too. But right, if you trying to talk shit, I'm get at you in Spanish too. Que tu quieres, dime. Tiene un problema conmigo, dime. You see what I'm saying? So we can handle it however, whatever. They like the fact that we go both ways. But what happens is a lot of brothers don't want to make the effort to learn their culture. They don't want to make the effort to learn how to dance bachata and then some rap shit. You got to be able to do both. You got to be able to play both sides and be on both. You see what I'm saying? Like if you're going to live here, if you live in the States, you got to carry yourself like you live in the States. I get that. You can't be smiling. You got to be hard. You can't let niggas see the soft side of you. But when you come here, you can let all of that go, man. Because nobody is gangsta out here. You feel what I'm saying? Nobody representing their hood out here. Nobody cares. I mean, you have to be able to, once you get on that plane, let all of those things go and be yourself, but the best representation of yourself, the stuff that you want to be without all of those trappings that living in the matrix makes you live up under. You feel me?
Make a lot of sense.
Said that.
Yeah. Drew, you got any questions for him or whatever?
Nah, dude, you said that. You know. Yeah. I'm just saying, I'm just admiring the brother's reply and whatnot. But yeah, I did. He just let me realize I gotta get my shit together way more than I have to really be out there. I mean, I'm coming out there for 9 to 10 days a clip. This nigga here talking about he been out there 6, 7 years. What part of Houston? What part of Houston you from, bro?
Well, I'm from the east side. I went to North Shore, but my mama worked in Third Ward at the YMCA behind Yates.
All right, cause I used to stay with my auntie out in Wharton, and then after Katrina, I used to stay right there on Cullen in between Cullen and Martin Luther King.
Yellowstone.
Yeah.
YSP, we a team, Southside connected. That's over
Then
there by Polk and them.
and
That's
then
right outside Third Ward. That's almost South Acres. That's almost going into Scarface in them hood. You feel me?
yeah,
It's right on the edge over there by the park, Yellowstone and Cullen Middle School. Yeah, man.
and then I moved over to Katy. Uh,
Already. That's what you do. You got a little money.
a little bit.
Got a crib out in Katy. You feel me?
Yeah,
I
that's
feel that.
right. But Back when Hush was open. You ever heard of
Say
Hush?
that again.
Back when Hush was open.
That what?
Club Hush. I think that's what it was called. Club Hush or
Hush.
something like.
I'm gonna be real with you, my dude. Like, I stopped going out when I came home from the army. Like, I came home in like 99, 98, 99. And back then it was Jamaica. But then I started hitting the strip clubs most. So like, I was in Dreams, you know what I'm saying? Like, that was my spot because I was right down the street from the house on Westheimer in Richmond. But after that,
Yeah.
man, like, I was just doing my own thing. Like, I like the strip clubs, but here it ain't really that type of vibe. Like, that's why let me say this real quick. When you come here, you ain't got to go to no clubs to meet beautiful women. That's a big
No.
difference between here and the States. You can go to your local Kamado, you can go to the mall, you can go to the grocery store. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like a karaoke bar and meet a woman that you'll marry tomorrow. So
Yep.
brothers don't have to come here to meet. You don't have to go to no club or no bar to meet no beautiful woman. That's a very big misnomer. As a matter of fact, those women that you meet in those bars probably chappies. Feel me?
Oh, yeah, most definitely.
Just looking for a come up. Just looking for a sucker to come through. And we got that mentality where I'm gonna spend 100, 200, 300 to be the biggest nigga in the bar, and that might give me some pussy.
Right.
You see a lot of
Yeah.
brothers doing that, right? But
Right.
here, you don't have to do any of that, man. Like, it's so much easier just to be you with a little money, meaning that you can take care of her. She ain't got to worry about nothing. That in and of itself is very appealing to a lot of Dominican women. The fact that when they fucking with you, they gonna have a very nice B&B, very nice hotel room. They're gonna be able to eat well. They're gonna be able to drink what they want to drink, and all they got to give out is a little something. And be
Right.
nice to a nigga. Rub a nigga back. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
That's just what's most appealing to most brothers, and you can definitely have that. It's very easy. And then what happens is it becomes addictive. You say, all right, I got this one. What if I add another one to the team and make that one do this, that, and the other? Well, shit. What if I add this one to the team and then I can see that one on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays? Now you got the whole week and you ain't even messing with nobody else, women. All of them is yours and they all for you and they all love you and want to see you do well and you be successful.
Yeah.
Hey, you ever travel to other countries, Chris? Or before you came to DR, did you travel to other countries?
Well, I've been to Colombia. Well, no, I haven't been to Colombia yet. I've been to Korea when I was in the military. Almost every state. Japan. But no, outside of that, no. Dominican Republic was when I got my passport outside of military traveling. Dominican Republic was the first and last spot.
That's what's up, man.
I want to hit up Cuba though for Christmas.
What's your thoughts on Cuba, Dre?
I ain't fucking with Cuba.
What? Why?
I knew you'd wake up on that one.
Wow, what happened?
Nah, to put it this way, I ain't fucking with Cuba right now.
What happened?
Nah, I was just some shit we were supposed to go out there and, look at properties and all that. And I was like, man, they got people coming up missing and turning up dead at the embassy. I'm gonna take my black ass over there to my public. Yeah.
People coming up missing at the embassy, they was brothers? Or they was white people?
Exactly. That's why. They killing the white people over there. I'm gonna take my black I'm gonna take my black ass over there. I'm looking for property. Yeah, you go on property. There's gonna be a fucking ditch somewhere.
Oh my God. All right. Well.
So Nick,
Might
they
be
killing
Colombia
people
then.
over there, what, man?
might have to be Colombia then. Shit. But shit,
What'd
they
you
say that
say,
about
Rich?
Colombia too.
Are they killing white people in Cuba, man? What's going on?
Well, no, to be quite as far as I know, they're only robbing white people in Colombia right now.
I feel bad for them.
In Cuba?
All right. In Colombia. You remember the little white boy that got robbed? The little white boy from Jackass got robbed. You
But
know,
how much of that is them acting like idiots, acting like jackasses, not wanting to
no,
assimilate, wanting to be
no,
loud and rambunctious and stupid like that boy Logan Paul. If he would have did that knucklehead shit he did in Japan and Santo Domingo, that nigga would have got a motherfucking bottle in back his head. You know what I'm saying? Somebody would have laid
right.
that boy out. They don't play that shit, man. That's silliness.
Now I heard this is Ace from This is Ace Live. He told me that story a long time ago. They was in Colombia, man, and some guy walked up to his buddy and put a screwdriver under his neck. And he was a brother, so I don't know. I don't think that money got no color.
True.
But it got a color, it's green.
True. And hey, if they say come off of it, just come off of it. Let it fight another day. Don't
Hell yeah.
argue. Just come off of it. Let that nigga have whatever he gonna take and then come up later. There's nothing to die over. That shit is silliness.
Yeah, man.
Well, I was going to add to that is like what a tour guide told me often happens is like the guys will zip it out of heavy traffic on motorcycles. And if you have your window rolled down, they're going to put a knife through the window or a gun through the window and try to jack you right there. So that's what you got to be careful in Colombia and on the highway. If it's like bumper to bumper traffic, that's how they try to sneak up on you out there. So they still. So the thing about Colombia is they still got the cartels. They got the sicarios, which were the assassins that work for the cartels, still do work for the cartels. So I mean, Medellin is still very safe for most tourists, but you gotta have like some street smarts, know where to go, know what to do, and not be out there like flashy and stuff like that. I mean, you can dress nice. People do definitely dress nice in Medellin, but you also got to be people aware of your surroundings because they will, if you're in the wrong place, wrong time, they can't sneak up on you. So that's the other thing to be aware of when you're in Medellin or Colombia.
Anywhere, shit.
100. That's right.
Yeah, man, you can get robbed any damn where. Shit. I mean, when I
Well,
was,
you can get robbed here, but if you get robbed here, they're not gonna kill you after. They don't care about leaving witnesses.
oh, okay. You ever had some trouble like that out there?
Yeah, exactly what he was describing. I was sitting in a public car on my way home. Had my phone out playing Ingress. You know what I'm saying? Riding down the street, headphones in, excited about on my way home. Motherfucker pull up on the side of the goddamn car, put his shit in the window. All of us got it. The whole goddamn public car. The shit was over in less than a minute. And that nigga had zoomed down the street, took a right. Got everybody's phones. He ain't get my wallet though. All I gave up was my phone. So now what I do is I carry two phones. I got my S6, which is my baby. I carry that in my backpack. Then I got my old ass J2. I call it Old Dusty. I keep that in my pocket. So if you're going to give me, you just give me for this busted ass J2. You're not getting me for my S6.
That's right. Hey, I did the same thing when I went to Colombia, man. I took two phones. I had one good phone and one decent one. I walked around with my decent one. Even though you don't get good videos and pictures with it, but at least you have your good shit when you go back home.
Well, but see, like, I'm going to tell you, here's a pro tip when it comes to that. With your good phone, download an application called Background Video Recorder. With Background Video Recorder, you can make your own little personal videos, and it just look like you're just using your phone. You feel what I'm saying? It's a good way to get footage. Save it, but don't share that on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Just keep that to yourself. Or make a Patreon and share it there, but make brothers have to pay for the content. You feel what I'm saying? I'm not saying that's what I do. I'm just saying that seemed like a good idea.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
I got a little website. I'm just waiting to put some exclusive content on that I'm a, I can put it on and monetize it. Like for instance, I was trying to ask people to see if they'll give me like their version or whatever they recorded for the beach party, or better yet the. And I was gonna go ahead and wow, what's up, Renee?
What's up, man?
What up, Ace?
What's going on, everybody? Man, we got a full squad here.
Hey man, we was just telling one of your stories with the screwdriver, man. Tell that story, man.
Oh, okay. Well, pretty much, I can tell you a little bit more detail. As far as anything goes, the night before, me and my homeboys went to a strip club. We decided to stay in the hood area, in downtown central area, because it was a lot easier just to get a couple places we wanted to go to, right? And it's a lot cheaper to stay there. It was like a budget trip for all of us, right? So we stayed downtown. We had a good time. I think we got there Wednesday. We was leaving Sunday. Friday night was the night that like hit the strip club. So that day before I went to the bank, I gave them $250. They was able to give it a bunch of ones in pesos, right? So I had a nice little walk. Had a wonderful time at the strip club. Doing our thing. Everything went without a hitch. Left, walk from the strip club back to our hotel. Wonderful time. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing to worry about, nothing, no looking behind our shoulders. Everybody at the club, they was cool with us. The next day, my boy, he said he wanted to get some to exchange some money. So right when we went to go exchange some money, we went to this place outside. We thought we could exchange money because we didn't really know what the place was. It looked like a money exchange place, but it's really a place to send money in Colombia, or either send money or also to if you want to make bets, lottery bets. It's called Gano, right? So I had exchanged peso over there. So in our head, we thought we can exchange American money as well. So my boy, he goes over there. To go pretty much get the to exchange his dollars. When he goes to exchange his dollars, me and my boy, it's three of us. Me and my boy talking, say, man, we had a wonderful time. I'm like, yeah, I got whiskey in my cup. This is my birthday, month. And I'm like, yeah, we had a good time. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm like, I'm making gestures like I was doing this the night before. You know what I'm saying? Mind you, I was dressed in a what's the word? Not a tank top, but like a sleeveless shirt. Something you would wear on the beach. I'm dressing like I'm on the beach, but I'm downtown, Medellin area. You know what I'm saying? Now, if I was in Cartagena, maybe that'd be different because it's more of a beach setting area. You know what I'm saying? But I'm downtown, Colombia, dressed like I'm on the beach. I got sandals, I got socks, I got shorts, and got sleeveless shirt. Look at Chris, right? So, long story short, everybody got shorts on. Everybody, because we got real comfortable. By Friday, this is Saturday morning now, right? So we got real comfortable. You know what I'm saying? So by Friday, you know what I'm saying? Excuse me, by Saturday, my bad. My boy comes back. He said they don't want to exchange the money. They don't do American money. So we walk back to the hotel. When we get right in front of the hotel, right? My boy stops and asks me something about how the ATM work. He don't want to go back into the hotel. So I said, okay, ATM works like this. You should go to this ATM. Out of nowhere, some dude pulls up on all three of us. It's three dudes, three brothers. You know what I'm saying? And he's a tall dude, but he kind of skinny, whatever. And he out of nowhere, he puts a screwdriver to my boy's neck. Right? So when he puts the screwdriver to my boy's neck, like, I know people are going to say, nah, never freeze up or like that. But like in Miami, we play like that sometimes when we around friends. I was with my friends. So when we play, like, nigga be like, hey, don't move. You know what I'm saying? When we in the hood, that's how we play. So for a second there, because I'm with my homies, I'm thinking we amongst friends. So I smile and I'm looking for a second. Everything happened in a split second. I look, I said, oh, no, we're not in Miami. This is for real. So I look, I use this as a reference, right? I'm looking at my homeboy. And anybody put something to your neck like this, right? My homeboy's like this. Anybody does that to you, right? Your natural reaction is to flinch back. We don't know what it is. You're gonna flinch back, right? And I was anticipating that. Like, so as soon as my homeboy did that, he went flinch back. I grabbed Buddy's hand with the screwdriver. So now I got the screwdriver in a cup of whiskey. You know what I'm saying? And that's how I do something. Like, I'm looking at my, listen, you know, it's my birthday week. I'm drinking whiskey early in the morning. You know what I'm saying? I had it full before we left the hotel, and it was like still full before before we walked back in. So I'm looking at my whiskey, holding with one hand and holding Buddy hand like this. He trying to tussle with me with the screwdriver. So I throw the whiskey in Buddy's face. He blind. Like immediately he gets blind. He lets go of the screwdriver. He drops the screwdriver, pick it up, right? As soon as I pick it off, he takes off running, right? Takes off running. I'm wearing sandals. I started wrong when I chased him, right? One of my sandals came off, and I knew that. I said, damn, I'm in downtown Miami, about to run barefoot. I said, let me hurry up and put it back on, the other one on. So I put it on, and when I put it on, I'm glad that I did that, because then I got all my thoughts together. I was like, oh, what the hell am I doing? My boy's good. They didn't take nothing from him. You know what I'm saying? Everybody good here. I got the screwdriver. Worst scenario gonna happen, we go chase Buddy. When we catch Buddy, we whoop his ass, right? But then nobody know what's going on but the area, and they could be like, oh, y'all American, why would y'all do that to a local? You know what I'm saying? Or he runs and bring us to where all his homeboys at waiting, you know what I'm saying? And I'm fucked up with my sandals on. So that's that story, man. I got a couple other stories, man. They coming, man. But yeah, that's basically it. That's what y'all getting ready for November to be worried about.
Oh nah, man. We started talking about, can you find love abroad? In fact, you can get your opinion on that. Can you find love when going abroad, man?
Absolutely. But you know what the problem is when brothers go out and they already set a presence about themselves to these women. So it's like, if you go out of the country and you meet some women and you're already trying to show the woman, like, look, this is me. I got all this money. You know, you make your presence known because you have this money, you flashing it around. It's going to be hard for the woman to fall in love with you, or it's hard for you to attract the women that would want to talk to you, because they're not going to. Women that want to talk to you, that ain't about the money. If they see you flashing money, they're just not even going to be around you like that. You know what I'm saying? I say you should be your regular self and never like plan things around your money. You know what I'm saying? Make it simple. Be as local as you can be. You know what I'm saying? Like whatever the locals do, you do as well. Like that's how they go to the movies. You go to the movies just like them. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, let's meet up here. You know? You'll find like my past, I found like when I was dating some girls in Colombia, like they wouldn't want to meet up. So that's another way you can really fill out if you're really dealing with someone real, because if you're supposed to link up with them, how about y'all do it like how New Yorkers do it? Y'all just meet up at one spot. Okay, we'll meet up here. You know what I'm saying? And then we chop it up. And then if anything else happens, you know what I'm saying? It happens, you feel me? But you don't want to set the presence that, hey, I'm the American, I have all the money, and you should be with me because that's the best situation you're gonna get. You know what I'm saying? Because I know for sure, like I've been to, like I'll go out and I see my drop dead gorgeous girl and I'm trying to get at her. She off presidents, she's just gonna shut me down because she want me to know, all right, she ain't, my presence doesn't, you know, she's not interested. You know what I'm saying? Off rip. And I respect that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even going to chase her. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm okay. I respect that. You're going to find, those are the girls like, okay, they feel about it. So I think the best way your strategy should always be to find, because a lot what happens is a lot of guys try to make workers wives. You know what I'm saying? Women that what's that view? Somebody got a better view than me. Hold up.
No, they were looking for my attention. She was standing behind me a couple of seconds ago.
Don't do it again.
Man, that bro is fine, bro.
One more time.
All right, hold on.
Do it for the van.
Hey, Chris.
Hola.
¿Qué pasó?
Ah, con mis amigos en YouTube. Yeah.
Still
All right, back to it. Back to Ace.
No camera, no camera, no camera.
So I mean, like the strategy would be for if I would have to recommend somebody, try to find yourself someone that actually has a job. You know what I'm saying? And if you're gonna be there for a short period of time, though, I say get the swiping, man. Because as many workers online, there are some genuine people. Like I told a story already about my homeboy. My homeboy, he got the swiping. He was there for 2 days, right? And I tell people, and I tell like my other homeboy, he didn't want to do it because he felt like he ain't have enough time. But one of my homeboys, he was swiping as soon as he landed off the plane. He met one chick. He met one chick. He showed me picture. I said, "Damn!" He said, "What do you think about this guy?" I said, "Man, she nice." Blah blah blah. Next thing you know, he said, "Man, I'm out." I said, "Where you going?" Right? This is second time in Colombia, right? But he never really been like. He said, "I'm about to meet some girl." I said, "Where you going?" "I'm going to the movie theaters." I said, "Oh, what?" "Yeah, I'm gonna meet this girl and her family at the movie theater." I said, "What? You just met the girl? You about to pay for a ticket?" He says, "Nah." We was talking. I asked her what she's doing. She said she's going to the theaters right now with her children. And so and he asked if he can go. You know what I'm saying? I said, all right. Anyway, long story short, you know, I'm at my apartment in Colombia, and then he hits me up. He's telling me, "Oh, hey, I'm coming back." Right? Because he was staying with me. He said, "I'm coming back." I said, all right. He said, "I'm coming back with her." I said, "Okay, cool." Right? He comes back. He kicks me out of the apartment. I'm happy for the man, right? So, you know, he do his thing, everything. The next day, I asked him, "What happened, bro?" He said, "Man, I get over to the movie theaters. She pays for my my movies and my food. You know what I'm saying? We chop it up. We go get something to eat." He said that was his treat. And then they go drop the jits off and everything. And then they made it back to my spot. I guess, and she works as a nurse, right? So I guess it was like, you know, she knew he got to go, so she didn't want him to leave that quick. And my boy, he speaks Spanish, but it's not like that, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know what I'm saying, phone, here's my phone, make it work, what it do, you know? But like patience, why? You know what I'm saying? Like patience, you know what I'm saying? Because I know a lot of brothers get frustrated when they you have to use a translator. But the man had a good time, and she didn't want nothing from him but some company. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, it can happen. Y'all boys gonna be there for a couple of days. I mean, it can happen. What it is you can't put it in your head that every chick you meet is gonna be about that life, or they're gonna see you that way. You gotta give it a chance, but you can't deny the fact that if you met her doing something, that she automatically gonna change. You know what I'm saying? She already doing strange things. All right. When you gone, she's still gonna be doing it. You know what I'm saying? So you know, you gotta respect the hustle. But if you can find you a regular, I'm telling you, man, even in the park area, and Rich, you've been to the park area, right? So I know you venturous, but in the park area, bro, you go in the park area and some of the nightclubs, you will find you some decent chicks, bruh. Some decent. You think they working, they not working. They celebrating. They like to go there to celebrate. You know what I'm saying? They like to go to the tourist area to celebrate because, you know, it's the tourist area. So it's like they came, or like they live area. You know, they go to live. You know what I'm saying? So, but they down that working stuff. But you can find you some quality women, man. I like some of the girls I still talk to. You know what I'm saying? So. That's your answer. I hope that answers your question.
I was going to add to that too, Ace, that the unfound gem kind of when I was at the language exchange at the school, because that would like have this intercambio del idiomas or language exchange where you could talk to the girls in Spanish, they would talk to you in English. So a lot of the girls were there who were going to college, university, or had professional jobs that wanted to learn English, that were women with jobs, with education. If you wanted to find a professional woman, you could kind of, I got numbers, I got some connections. I'm going to, like, you know, hook up with these ladies next time I get in Colombia. But it's maybe a few pesos if you're not taking classes there, but it's a good place. You can sit down with the girl, have a beer, and what a lot of the guys would do is they go out with the girls afterwards to clubs and nightclubs right after the, you know, the language exchange, and hang out, chill out, and get to know them. So it was like a cheap way to meet girls, and meet girls who had like a real solid jobs, careers, and, like, you know, like had a focus.
I totally agree with that. Matter of fact, there is this university in Central area, right? There's a lot of different schools, health schools and stuff like that, man. And at one school, there's this one school, bro, that there's a lot of kids come out of it. I've never seen this before, right? Right? There's this like restaurant slash grocery store slash corner store. It's like a hangout spot for this neighborhood in downtown Central area, right? I go over there because the brother that owns the place is Haitian. He moved over there years ago, right, to Colombia. So I go over there, I sit down, I have a drink, and all these college kids come out of the school, particularly women, right? They sit down on that table at the grocery store outside in the corner. They sit there, and the guy have food cooking and everything, and they'll order some bottles, right? They'll get some bottles, and they'll start drinking. I said, what? It's girls buying bottles, start drinking by themselves. This trying to hang out. And that's something I like. Like the women in Colombia, the women over there are empowered over there because there's so many of them, you know what I'm saying? So they take charge and they be doing what dudes do in the States and stuff like that. So it's cool. It's cool. I ain't gonna lie, man.
Hey, Chris, one guy is asking, in Dominican, do the girls, do they let you have another girl like on the side, or they let you share, or what's the deal on that?
Well, it's actually very common here that a man would be married or connected with one woman, prominent woman, and have a chappie or two on the side, usually a young girl. So you're talking about most of these politicians, most of these guys who are well-to-do, they're married. They have a wife, and the wife is usually bad. You know what I'm talking about? Mid-30s, early 40s, go to the gym. Really nice-looking woman, but he got him a 22, 23-year-old to complement that. And as brothers, we can have the same thing. My current situation is I broke up with my main, but we together, but we not together. You feel what I'm saying? She got her cousin living with her. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to explore what this whole situation can be about between me, my ex main, and her cousin. I mean, I'm just exploring possibilities. It's all about exploring possibilities. I just got back from Sasua. I did 5 in 3 days. It was ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? It was just for fun. I just went out there to kick it with flip-flop, and I got myself caught in a couple of situations. It was just funny like that. So, yeah, absolutely. Like, they understand that you're going to do what you're going to do. They know that that's going to happen. But you can't be stupid about it. You can't. You got to be a little bit smarter about it. They're not going looking, but at the same time, you can't bring them around. You know what I'm saying? Like you got to be like on some black belt with 3 stripes type shit to do some shit like that in any country. Or you got to be very, very rich. You know what I'm saying? If you're very, very rich, you can basically do whatever it is that you want to do. But as a general rule, if you're smart about how you move, you can definitely have 2, 3, maybe even 4 on your team. I don't recommend more than 4 at a time. It's too many headaches, too many problems, too many different situations that you got to pull into your life. And the more negativity that you pull into your life, the less that you're able to be a successful man, in my belief. So you want to have the type of women that don't have a lot of stress going on. Maybe women with no kids as a side piece is going to be easier for you come Christmas time. You got to think about all of these different factors and vectors that play into creating the type of life that you want to live for yourself, but also surrounding yourself with people that got your best interests. Because if she got 2 or 3 kids, you not number one. Her kids is number one. They gotta be, and you gotta respect that. So maybe if it's your side piece, your number two or your number three, you either get your older woman that already got kids and they grown, so she in her late 30s, she a policeman, she a soldier. Get you one like that, or go very young with it, 19 to 22, before she even had kids, and then see what that's gonna do. You see what I'm saying? But you just gotta be able to play the game and be able to kind of adapt as you go along, and call audibles if need be.
Say audible.
Mm.
Oh shit.
So what I was going to add to that is, so I have a friend in Mexico, and he's about 50 or 60 years. He's got girls all over the place in Acapulco. I'm like, oh yeah, I got a girlfriend here. I got a girlfriend there. And he's married with kids. I got a girlfriend there. And my friend in Medellin, it's the same thing. Oh yeah, I got a girlfriend over there. I got a girlfriend there. Oh yeah, I'm going out with her. We broke up, now we're back together. He's got a few things going on. I mean, I couldn't keep track. I couldn't keep going. Some of my cousins in Costa Rica are kind of, they got a lot going on as well. But that is very common in Latin America. And, so that's some girls have more than one boyfriend. A lot of guys definitely, that's kind of the sign of your masculinity, your virility. You got a lot of women going on. Otherwise, you kind of weak man. It's like, yeah, man, you ain't bringing it. You ain't got enough. You ain't got enough machismo, whatever you call it. I'm just saying that's the way it's considered.
That's what they call him here. You a Palomo. And we do that a lot in the States. We like, oh, you the only one. I love you and only you. You my soulmate. Yeah, get the fuck out of here, man. That's lame nigga shit here. Like, they look at that as like, oh, well, shit, I'm just going to juice this nigga for everything he got then. Because I know there's no way that he's going to leave me. So they playing you the same way they get played, right? So you can only do what you taught. So Dominican women are following the example of Dominican men. Dominican men will use a woman until she hit her mid-20s, after which he casts her aside for somebody younger. For Dominican women in they 28 to 45, they forgotten. And the older they get, it's like a time bomb that's going down if they ain't got kids. So once you get a woman in her 30s, if she worked for a bank, she bitter as fuck because she probably ain't got no kids. Nobody fucking with her because she considered older. You feel me? So that's where a brother like us step in. But we wouldn't even talk to her, think about talking to her. One, because she looked mean. Two, because she looked beautiful as fuck. And we wouldn't even imagine stepping to a chick like that. And three, we're just not in the right frame of mind because our Spanish isn't there. Our confidence isn't there to actually pull it off. You feel what I'm saying? So websites like Dominican Cupid, this is where those types of things are handy. Because maybe she's just so desperate to where she's just going to make a profile on Cupid and see if she can't find her a man online. You feel what I'm saying? So you might catch you one or two like that, but it's just not very common. The majority of those women on those websites are just out because their best friend told them that it's an easy way to juice dudes.
Yeah. So Drees, man, you had any luck with them websites and stuff, man, or you mess with those or what?
Yeah, pretty success. Only thing is, you can't be going in Colombia in November, but all of a sudden you just figure out, okay, I'm gonna just start pre-gaming in May. Nah, you gonna worry yourself a little bit too much because to me, I'm only going for a couple of days, so I'm not even trying to have interest like that in a woman. So ain't no woman that's gonna have no interest like that in me. Just like I'm only going out there for only 9 days, the bitch know I'm only gonna be there for 9 days. I ain't coming out there for eternity, bitch. I'm just coming out there for my vacation.
Mm-hmm.
But as far as that love, man, look, if you ain't trying to stay out there where you can enjoy her environment, you know what I mean? It don't make no sense. I'm just saying, you gotta see how that animal's gonna be in the habitat where that animal's from, where it's at. You just can't take the deer from Africa and expect it to be a Canadian deer. It ain't gonna work like that. And besides, you probably don't want that because a majority of the motherfuckers that are leaving here to go around the world fucking with a whole bunch of girls that's emulating the bitch that's around the corner. So, So and when it comes in terms of bringing them back, when you bring them back, you now bringing them to that level of that motherfucker you left alone. You invested in all this time in this bitch, and then you bring her over here, and now she doing the same thing as the broad you divested in. So that might make sense to somebody, you know. But that's all I'm gonna say about that.
Hey man, shoot, like you say, man, you bring them bras back, man. It's like you buying that box of chocolate with all them different flavors in it. You might taste that one goddamn chocolate.
Right in the motherfucker in the middle.
It look good as a fuck, boy, until you bite that motherfucker.
And shit in that motherfucker, or it's rotten.
Yeah. Or you could be like Army dude. Yeah. Remember the Army? The dude with the war shit. You know, he done left his wife at the Army base, his wife at the doing porn and shit. Did y'all see that?
Hey, you see what they working with down there in the Dominican Republic? Hey, you need to get on down there. Get on down there.
I got her in trouble. She was hanging out with me too much when I first got here, so they were like barking at her, like, you hanging out with them too much. So
Hey,
so
Nick,
she keeps her distance right now.
You're gonna have everybody in cheers, man. I'm telling you, you're gonna have me in cheers when I get back down there. I ain't gonna lie. I gotta shoot my shot.
I'll tell you what. So when I got here in February, there was like it was dead. Now that they added a lot of new talent, a lot of good-looking bartenders, you know, it's picked up. I'll tell you that.
Yeah. So Ace, man, what's the deal, man? When you going back to Colombia, bro?
Man, ain't no time soon. No time soon. Like I do have business opportunities over there, but before I even take that, I just want to get my money up on this side in the States before I do any of that. Once I get some solid money coming in, I'm over there. But I ain't gonna lie, I am considering going to Asia. It's in my mind. Thailand. So, you been there?
No, I really think about it, you know, because I really, if I cross the time going that way, I really want to go to Africa, you know. You know, they got a lot of people over there that look like me and shit. So that's kind of where I wanted to go if I go across the water that way, you know. But eventually I'm going to make my way to Asia and all the other spots. But, you know, I want to see the motherland, see what that's all about. You know what I'm saying? Go to the Congo, ride a camel, see the pyramids, shit like that.
That's what's up. I ain't gonna lie. I do. That's on the bucket list as far as anything, man. I really want to just do a DNA test and see what region of Africa my DNA is from. You know.
Man, that shit don't work, man.
You don't think they just throw up whatever information in there?
Yep. You better off going to the little thing on Facebook where they be doing this shit. See how you look back in 1969. You might well do that shit, man. You know.
So Dre, man, tell me, man, you don't think you gonna find love in Colombia, man?
Yeah, you can find it. You gotta go. You can't find it on Adrian Crescente. You gotta go in. You gotta go off in the woods in the jungle and find somebody that's stuck off in there that don't know nothing about that life. But you know, it's also a possibility that she might be selling the pussy in the woods. So you know, like I say, you gotta be there. You know what I'm saying? You gotta check that habitat out.
Yeah.
Shout out to the Army dude.
All right, let me ask all y'all a question, man. It started from Ace, Chris, Grease, and Nick. Y'all answer this. Do you think most guys or yourself, is everybody looking for love abroad? Because a lot of bros say, man, I ain't worried about no broad. But it seems like when guys do travel, in the back of their mind, they want to hit that lottery. They want to roll that dice, and they want to find that diamond in the rough. But a lot of guys be in denial. But in my mind, I'm answering my own question, but I always look for that diamond in the rough, but I don't look for it, if y'all know what I mean. But at the same time, I'm always open to it. But some guys always seem like they got a closed door to this shit. But I don't believe that. I believe any guy that travels, they're always looking for that diamond in the rough. Of course, if they married already at home, maybe not. But a single guy traveling, they always looking for that diamond in the rough. But y'all answer that.
I think that's a good question. Um, and you know, for me personally, it's about the fact that I'm from the States. I live in the States. And ever since I started traveling, I lost a lot of interest in the women here. The reason why is I'm so interested in the fact that there are women that don't have this same type of mentality. They have different type of cultures. They believe in different type of things. And because of that, I am interested in traveling more for that experience. I'm a single man, and because I'm single, I feel like, hell yeah, if something were to happen where I meet someone, a woman, and I feel like this is someone I want to deal with, then fine. But for the most part, I'm there for the experience and just seeing if I can interact with someone new and see how her mind is. So I do like going to Colombia. I've been to Costa Rica. I've been to Canada. I've been to Aruba. You find all these women think differently, you know what I'm saying, compared to the westernized American woman. So as me, that's not my main part of traveling, to find love, but I do want to have fun and be around women while I travel and chase every sample if I can as a single man. I don't see nothing wrong with it.
What's the run that question by me again? One more time, Rich. One more time.
But the question basically is, if you travel abroad, or if you live in another country like Chris is, or basically, a lot of guys be in denial about them looking for true love when they travel. Do you think the average guy or yourself, I mean, in the back of your mind, do you believe that you make it find this diamond in the rough when you're traveling, or you just shallow to it and like, I can't find true love? Oh, so basically, just kind of like damn same question we started off with.
I'm just saying, some of them after you busting, some of them diamonds after you busting nut on them, them bitches, you wipe it off and they just be cubic zirconia. Some of them bitches ain't what you think they is. You know what I'm saying? Some of us be out there looking with somebody talking about the diamond in the rough. Damn. Thank you, Nick. You done fucked my sentence up, man. I forgot what I was about to say.
I know that
right. But yeah, you can find your diamond in the rough, but like I said, it's all about you have to go there, you have to be there. You have to, see how she is, where she from, and really do some extensive vetting and whatnot. It's very much possible. But the longer
are you looking for that diamond in the rough though, in the back of your mind?
In the back of my mind, yeah, everybody always is, but some people probably got the, they probably got the, they don't have that clicked on the filter when they go on a vacation for 5 days. You know what I'm saying? If they go somewhere for a year, 6 months, something like that, yeah, they got that clicked off on the filter. They looking for somebody to be jammed with while they there. Hopefully something better happens. But the one thing that you must involve in this shit is time. If one thing if you ain't spending no money, you're spending a whole lot of time. So you don't want to invest your time and your love, your honor into somebody that emulates a motherfucker that you're trying to divest in. So But either way it go, to each his own. You know, you might have it on your mind when you're out there for 5 days. You might have it on your mind when you're out there for a year. But it's all about the individual. What is on the individual's mind at that time. But for myself, no. You know. Now when I moved to Nigeria and finally get my hut, you know what I'm saying? Don't be about it. You know. I'm gonna hit them hoes with darts and everything. But I'm gonna be looking for mine, you know. Hiding in the bushes, looking for the bitches and everything. That's what I'm gonna have. But if I'm going somewhere from the 7th to the 14th, now I don't have it. I'm gonna find that diamond in the rough that, for us, I'm gonna base it on, I'm just gonna base it on the diamonds that I think diamonds for them 6 or 7 days. Leave it up there for the time being.
Gotcha.
But it can be done. It's not impossible. I mean, when I went to Colombia last time, I thought I had a diamond in the rough, but this bitch is a red tube star. So that diamond ain't shining like it's a shiny diamond, but it's a I can't say it's a blood diamond. It's a dirty diamond. You know what I'm saying?
Cuba's a Coney.
Yeah. with the Haiti. Well, I didn't go to Dominican Republic. Found me some chocolate over there. Found me a little Haitian. She was nice and sweet and everything. But she got them stores like everybody else got them stores. Can I trust them stores 1,000 miles away? I don't think so. You're not finna put me on Pornhub talking about some Te Amo, you sucking somebody else's dick. Te Amo! No, that's not gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? But like I say, that can happen to you because you're not there. You have to be there. You know what I'm saying? And that's all to that.
All right, Chris.
Shout out to the other man.
Chris and Nick, same question, man. I think y'all already kind of answered it earlier, but.
Well, from my perspective, I live here and have been for a little over 6 years. Now, here's the thing. When I first came here, you got to understand that I was in a long relationship from 28 to 30 something, almost 6 years, right? In the States. I was working normal 9 to 5, getting a little bit fat. I was on my way to being that dude, you know what I'm saying? Having kids and all that shit. Shit ain't work out. We broke up. I ain't got nothing against that sister. She got 3 kids now. I'm happy for her that she went on. But after that shit, I took about a year and a half and I was trying to get back into the mix. And what I was finding is that it was way different than when I was in my 20s. You feel me? The game had changed. You know what I'm saying? Going to clubs and, man, it ain't feel right. I was just out there like, man, I want to go home, play this video game or some shit. So it had got to the point to where my game wasn't the same like it was before. And it got to the point to where shit was like, I was on Backpage and all them other, trying to get my situation right. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? So listen, when I lost my job with AIG, that felt like them letting me out of jail. It felt like a get out of jail free card because they gave me basically money to travel. I didn't have no thought in my mind of ever visiting the Dominican Republic or any other place before that. They gave me this money and I got to do something with it. My first thought was, shit, I'm going to buy a new ride. And that's what most brothers thought would be initially. I'm going to get a new ride. I'm going to get a piece of chair. I'm going to get a dope-ass watch. I'm going to go to Vegas. I'm about to, you know what I'm saying? But something in me, and thank God for this, something in me was like, well, what would it be like if I did like it was when I was in the military? What if I could travel, but it ain't got to be because the military telling me go in here or go there. It's because I just want to go somewhere, you feel me? And then the more that I thought about it, the more that it became addictive. The thought that, shit, I could just get up and go. I ain't got no fucking kids. I ain't married. You feel what I'm saying? So for me, that thought became very addictive. And then the process itself just started feeding into each other. I filled out the paper to do the passport. Like, well, I wonder how long this take. Get the paperwork back. Oh shit! Now I got to do this, and like I don't know what the end process is. And I don't know where this is leading to, right? But I know that I'm doing something different than everybody else that I know. And then when the day came to where I got my passport and I got to decide where to go, it was a moment where I was just sitting there with my blunt. And I'm just like, yo, I could literally go anywhere in the world, literally anywhere. You feel me? And that, as a black man, is dangerous and is powerful, and it's something that they don't like for us to have. That ability to choose something different, and it's basically like waking up, like that moment when they unplug your shit in the Matrix, right? So I decided on the Dominican Republic, but I want brothers to understand that I never came here with the idea that I can get easy pussy. That wasn't even a thought in my mind. I came here because I thought it'd be a dope spot to hang out for a couple weeks. I wanted to hang out for the end of the year, and that was the reason that I did that. Now that I'm here, something led me here, just like something led Ace to Colombia or anywhere else. It doesn't have to be the Dominican Republic. This is just the place I chose, right? Now that I'm here, all I'm doing is just trying to adapt my game to better suit my situation here. That's it. I'm not promoting my lifestyle. I'm not saying that this is the way or anything like that. All I'm doing is just simply telling my story as far as how I got here and why I'm here. And yeah, I absolutely do believe that there's a woman out there that I could get married to. But as far as would it only be her? Hell, fuck nah, nigga. Shit. 40 years old, man. Shoot. I'm gonna be goddamn 70, 80 years old, still trying to pick up 20-some-year-old women. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no such thing as it's soulmates, but yeah, I got another soul. You know what I'm saying? I got a couple of them shits. You know what I'm saying? I got a couple soulmates, and I keep them all on deck. And that's just how it is here.
Yeah, Ace, you already answered who we got left. Ace, right? No, Ace started.
No,
So
Nick.
Nick.
Yeah. So
Step to the cycle.
I was gonna say is what happens is that the woman is looking for you, you're looking for the women. So it's got to be a match, right? If the relationship's going to last, it's going to be a good match between you and the woman, a good relationship. When guys go abroad, yeah, I mean, when women go abroad, they're looking for guys as well. So it's a natural thing. I mean, they're looking for something different. You're looking for something different. That's how you connect. I mean, I've been married twice. First wife was from Sri Lanka. Second was from England, from Wales. So so my personal perspective, I got tired of American women ages ago. When I went in, even before I went in the military. So it's kind of like went to Asia, South Asia, Japan, Korea, and Philippines. I'm in Hawaii. Yeah, I mean, I think more and more guys are comfortable going abroad, looking for a relationship with the outside of the U.S., outside of the country. The only thing I say for most guys is that it's probably best to live in that country where that woman is from, unless she's a professional who's moved to the United States and is kind of settled there, it's kind of Americanized and used to the culture. Because if you get a woman from Eastern Europe or from any country that's more family oriented, community oriented, or Latin America or Asia, sometimes it just doesn't go well because they can't get used to American culture. So that relationship, that marriage sometimes doesn't last because they can't adjust to it. They get a little culture shock. So sometimes it's best if you can live there. There's a dating guy actually on YouTube who said that. He was a dating expert and said that. And he says, you know what? I moved to Eastern Europe to be with my wife because I knew she wasn't going to be happy in England, so or in Australia, wherever he was from. It just kind of works that way. It's kind of better for a lot of guys if they're going to do that, to kind of live in that country, especially if the women, a lot of these women don't want to move outside the family, the home, or their own culture, right? They're not going to feel comfortable, not going to be happy. So you got to kind of think, well, if we're going to have that long-term relationship, I got to maybe live in that country, the same country she lives in.
That's what's up, fellas. Hey man, we're gonna try to end this live, man. I want to try to set something up, man, for either Sunday night, and try to do a panel, and talk about, I guess, some kind of different subject, man. We need to talk about. We'll come up with something, man. If y'all not doing nothing Sunday night, 9 p.m., man. Chris, I know you fucking a lot of hoes out there. You know,
Nah, freak.
you know,
I gotta say something for you, Richie Rich.
Nick,
And
you
Dre.
out there too, so you know, you fucking them, you running them down. But damn, man, I gotta go to Cheers now. Oh man,
And
I
flip
gotta, I
flop
gotta,
bar.
I
I
got.
like Greg too.
Yeah, we gotta hit the flip flop. But I gotta shoot my shot up in there. Well, hey, I ain't on front now. Ain't on front. I gotta come up there now. You doing some good advertising for them folks.
Your boy Negrito Grande was out here this past weekend too.
Rico Grande.
Yeah, he was in Cheers. What was it? This weekend. Yeah, I got some pictures with him. Hung out with him a little bit.
Cool dude, real good guy.
Who is Rico Grande?
He got a YouTube channel too.
I think he does Brothers Abroad Travel, doesn't he?
Yeah, he lives in Mexico.
Oh, okay. I know you're talking about. Yeah, okay.
Cool brother.
Yeah, he man, they had some stuff. Well, I won't even mention that, but there was some little shit going on, man. I saw some of his Dominican Republic videos, but
Listen, man, I don't hate on no brother making content in the Dominican Republic. I could say a lot about some of the stuff that I see as far as like some brothers come out here once or twice and then want to do videos about it. Hey, it takes all of those voices for brothers to get a really good idea of what they're getting themselves into. So I think everybody is important. I think all of those stories are important. And I think as brothers, we have to be very careful about not only the content that we're putting out, but the perception that we're giving out when we come to these places. And that is more important than finding love or anything else. Is how you represent your name and your family when you come out to these motherfucking places. If you out here acting a motherfucking fool, representing yourself in a negative or bad way, and then that energy comes right back to you, you can't be surprised why you're not able to find nothing good is because of the energy that you're putting out and the way that you acting. You feel what I'm saying? So that more than anything will get you where you want to go, which is finding the decent woman, is being very careful and mindful of the image that you're putting out of yourself. You know, if you're coming out here looking flashy and wanting to be dressing like that, you might get robbed. You know what I'm saying? But if you come out here normal, get you some jeans and a polo, some shorts, whatever, play it like that. It's much better, and you're gonna have a much better time, and you're gonna find what you're looking for, which is a decent woman.
that's right. What's up, Bass, man? You going to sleep over there, man?
You know what? I agree with Chris. That's one thing. A lot of people hit me up like, "Oh, what should I wear?" Or, "Oh, yeah, I'm at the mall." I'm like, "You at the mall for what? You about to travel? Do you know where you going? They never seen you before. All the clothes you got going on. Save your money, man. Save your money. You can use it towards your budget. You know what I'm saying?" They never seen you before. They don't know that's not new. You just make sure it's not faded, iron it, you good.
Some starch, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, put some starch on it. Oh man.
Make sure you smell good. That's more important. You wear a white t-shirt and some jeans, you're gonna pull.
It seems like in Colombia though, they more on that fashion shit though. You know.
Really?
It seems like it, man. They dress up pretty good out there, man.
Listen, in the daytime, everybody got to work a
the club scene. Though.
At night, everybody's gonna go ahead and and put you'll wear a t-shirt and still be Gucci. Just gotta be iron. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's what I noticed. See, that's the thing. The women they pay attention to that. And with Colombia, at least Medellin, because I ain't never been outside of Medellin, it's a city that look at shoes, tennis shoes, Nikes. You know what I'm saying? If you wearing Nikes, you know the women like to look at your Nikes and stuff like that. It ain't got to be the newest or latest, but if it's clean, they like to see that. Running shoes, Nike shoes, they love that. So
not here. Nigga, I be every day, all day. What are those? All day, every day. Niggas be rocking church shoes with no socks, penny loafers with no penny. You feel what I'm saying? Like, the shit is ridiculous here, man. Niggas be having Jordan doing the electric slide. Like, what the fuck is Jordan doing? Is that the cha-cha slide on that nigga? How Jordan got a heart around the logo? It is ridiculous, man. I see some of the nigga. I seen a nigga with some pink loafers on yesterday, man. It is ridiculous out here. Real shit. So they don't look at your shoes here. They don't give a fuck.
That's true.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to give a fuck with that, man. Because they all do with 10 moves and shit. Yeah.
But yeah, fellas, I'm gonna go ahead and end this live, man. I appreciate everybody.
So you guys want to? Let's see if she can say goodbye to you all first.
Hell yeah, go ahead.
You guys about to miss me? Damn phone, no?
She ain't with it. Hey, but let me explain real quick why that is. The reason that those women in Sasua are very tentative, or they don't like being on camera, is because the women in Sasua come from other cities to go to Sasua to make money for the weekend. A lot of their families, they know where they are, but they don't know what they're doing. They just know that they're out of town making money, and they assume that they're giving it up. However, they don't want to end up on the internet or something like that and then bring shame to their family. They just trying to make some extra money on the side, and you throwing the camera up in their face is like exposing them. You feel what I'm saying? And a lot of the other women look at the internet, look at YouTube, and they be looking for their partners so that way they could spread rumors about them and talk shit about them. Like, I knew she was a hoe. You feel what I'm saying? So, and like, the last thing a woman want to do is like be dishonored in front of her family and shit like that. She want to be a hoe, but she want to be a hoe in secret. So just be mindful of that when you go to a place like Sasua. A lot of these women are not going to want to be on camera, and it's only to protect their identity and shit like that.
Hey man, a question, man. You may know the answer, but Chris, do those girls have WhatsApp groups, man? Like we got.
Absolutely. 100% they do. I know a chick who's an admin of 3 separate types of groups, right? She got one group, and it's just straight chappies that go to Sasua on the weekends. And what happens is when major brothers come down, it's just like Lipstick Alley or any of these other websites. They know about it before that nigga do. They got bitches that work in the airport that tell them when big ballers is coming through to Sasua. This nigga's booking a flight first class. He by himself. This nigga booking the class is 5 of them. They all on the same flight. So they have all this information. So they hitting Sasua ready. It's like All-Star Weekend every weekend. I got another chick who only manages hoes that work in between Santo Domingo, Santiago, and Sasua. She is like the coordinator of like close to 100 different chicks, and they're back and forth between these 3 cities. You see what I'm saying? So she is an admin of that. It's crazy, man. Like, when it comes to WhatsApp, we are the ones that are behind because they've had it much, much longer. We are the newbies when it comes to this type of technology. They understand WhatsApp infinitely better than we do, and they've created groups and had groups much longer than we have. So just know that.
They probably also pricing as well.
Let me tell you this. Listen, for a lot of brothers, they don't know this either. This is what they do. When you hit a bitch up on Cupid or something like that, she put the date that you coming in her phone as your name. If that day comes and you listen, if that day comes and you don't hit her up, you automatically get deleted and blocked. That's from a pro chapping.
Hey, that's real shit though, man. That's real shit, cause yo, man, like bros will hit you up on that day. What you told them, man. I mean, it'd be like a month later, they'll hit you up on that. Like 2 or 3 days before, man. They'd be like, you be here tomorrow, right?
So shit.
Do you recommend people doing a little, work, little homework before they get to Columbia, not Columbia, DR? You recommend them going crazy online? Because Me personally, my first trip to Colombia, I was like, let me see if I could link up with a couple of girls, get their info and stuff like. I was losing a lot of sleep just doing that, man. Until when I got over there, I felt like I didn't even have to do all of that. You know what I mean?
Depends on where you go. If you go to Sosua, all you got to do is go sit your ass in front of Flo and pick what you want. And then when you step to her, tell her, yo tengo 2,000. 2,500 si tú quieres un propina. Right? And then that's it. That's what Sosua is. It's just that easy. But if you come to Santo Domingo, you definitely have to pregame. You definitely got to use Cupid and Tagged and these type of websites. Again, it's just to get an idea of the type of woman that's attracted to you. You can't shoot at everybody. Hey, if skinny, dark-skinned chicks are into you, that's your wheelhouse. You got to stick to that. If chubby, tall chicks is what's into you, you got to stick to that. You got to let that be your avenue in. Listen, there's no such thing as an ugly woman. In the Dominican Republic, referrals go 100 times farther than any type of online connection. So even if you get to know this chick on a friendly level and y'all just cool, she gonna introduce you to her sister, to her cousins, to her partners, and you're gonna pull way more coochie like that than you ever would from just this one ugly bitch. Feel me?
Gotcha.
So I'm gonna add a little piece. So when you're trying to get ladies through Facebook, you better keep your friends list private. Because if they know you're trying to get on a girl that they already know, especially Medellin, where a lot of people know each other, you're going to have hell to pay. Because they'll be like, what the hell? You like this girl's picture? And you talk to this girl? Why are you talking to her? Why are you not talking to her? I thought you said you were going out with me instead. So Medellin is a little bit of a scene, a different scene than Sosua, right? Medellin, a lot of the girls live and work there, whether they're escorts or whether they're regular girls. And they all pretty much damn know each other, especially if you're going for girls in Belo or some neighborhood in Vigado. They all freaking know each other. And most of them are connected to each other in a lot of ways. So if they find out you're talking to one of their friends, they were like, what the hell are you doing? Because they're very possessive, very controlling. In Sosua, it's a little different. Even in a lot of parts of DR, a lot of women are in and out. They move around. They go from place to place, city to city. But you're going to find in Medellin, they will definitely know if you're talking to another woman, and they're going to be pretty angry at you about you. So if you're trying to connect with ladies through Facebook, keep your friends list private so they can't jump on there and see who you're talking to, who you see in. Because a lot of girls will say, why you like this girl? Why you like that one?
Yeah.
But nigga, if you got your list private, I can't go through your list and get all your hoes.
You can go through mine.
Richie Rich, what hoes can be left for me if you take them all?
I mean, I got a whole Instagram full of them, over 900 last count. That's TuProfitDR, TuProfedr. Go over there and have at it.
All right.
No bullshit. I got over 900 followers, all beautiful women that want to learn English. It's a beautiful thing, man.
All right, well, we're trying to end it, but I don't know. You know how this shit is, man. You can talk about this shit for months. they say it get boring, but shit, motherfuckers still watch this shit.
Anything goes like, why is traveling so important to you, or just in changing your environment from you? Well, us brothers, me, you, Dre in the States.
Well, my frame of mind and my level of stress is much different and much lower here, right? So because I work for the academy, part of my day is devoted to teaching English within the confines of a regular job, but the rest of my day is my day. And if I choose to spend it in my apartment kicking back with a chick, I can do that. If I want to get high, I can do that. Nobody is dictating my life. And in the States, I felt like my life was being dictated. I felt like I was running on a hamster wheel. I felt like I had to finish high school, and then I had to graduate college, and then I had to get a good job, and then I had to get married. I felt like society was pushing me to do all of those things, and I wasn't with all that. I didn't want to go that route. And here, I don't feel like I'm on that hamster wheel.
What's going on over there? What the hell is going on, Nick? Hey, you got your mute button on, bro.
Sorry, I'm in the right spot at the right time, and they're in a good mood. I guess that's it. I don't know. That post getting some work though.
Turn it up. Damn. Okay then. Oh shit. She
Appreciate
busted
that.
it open.
On a Tuesday night, on a Wednesday night.
Oh, she liked the camera. Look at him. Hey, go ahead and get that thing, Nick.
Anyways, I guess back to the call. Oh, okay. Something else just happened. This got flashed just now.
Oh yeah? Damn. Yeah, you promoting the hell out of cheers.
I'm telling you, you just got some action going on over here. I'm getting a free show. That's about it.
Oh, I love that song right there. What song is that?
I don't know. I guess you guys are in the broadcast soon because I might have to get busy in a little while.
Yeah. Hey man, we're gonna chop it up later, man. I appreciate y'all, coming on the panel, man. We're gonna try to do something else, man. We'll come up with something, man. We really need to be coming up with some I know you got your conquest coming up, right, Chris?
Yeah, man. First annual Caribbean Conquest Conference. We are very excited. We bought out the entire villa in Boca Chica. 10 brothers, 11 including myself. Everybody got their own private rooms, whole weekend planned, activities and fun. Really looking forward to it, man. Chopping it up with like-minded brothers that even if they're not looking to move here on a permanent basis, they just want to get better educated on how to better move. And that's what we got planned. So we got myself, we got my man Omari that lives in Boca Chica. He's going to be talking because he actually has a family in Boca Chica. He has 2 kids. So he's going to be talking about the visa process and things like that. I'm going to be talking about how to teach English and the best way to maximize your money from that perspective. And then we got my man Greg Flip Flop from Flip Flop Bar coming down from Sasua to talk about how to own your own business and be a proprietor and shit like that. And just the networking that's going to be going on within the conference. So it should be a good time. That's going to be fight weekend too. I don't know if you boys UFC fans, but McGregor and Khabib going to be getting it on that weekend too. That fall right in the middle of the conference. So yeah, man, looking forward to it. We're going to have a good time.
All right, is this going to be recorded or this going to be live like some of the discussions and things y'all doing? Or what?
Well,
Or
some
it's
of it,
private?
yeah. Some of it, not all of it. Obviously, Friday night is going to be insane. We can't talk about that. Saturday night is probably going to be pretty crazy too. We'll see how that goes. We won't put nobody out there. You know what I'm saying? We're going to be getting a little bit crazy. But the Sunday, the actual conference, yeah, some of that will be streamed. A lot of it, I'm going to be doing video one-on-one interviews with some of the brothers, talking about all kinds of stuff, man. All that's going to be content for the October episode of Caribbean Conquest. I don't put them out on YouTube no more simply because I'm tired of these haters and these dudes that copy and paste your videos and sit up there and make response videos. It's nonsense. Ain't nobody got no time for that, right? So
Yeah.
I release them on Patreon, and to me, that's a better format. So that way, at least if you want to get the content, you got to pay for it. So yeah, we definitely going to be putting some of that out on the Patreon after the event, and then like some of the shit's going on Sunday and throughout the weekend. For example, Saturday, during the day, we're going on a walking tour of Zone Colonial here in Santo Domingo. So I'm going to definitely be streaming that on YouTube.
All right. So Drees, tell everybody about your channel. What you got coming up?
I was thinking about doing like I was telling you earlier, I was thinking about doing the Aaron Howard, Michael and John Miller thing, seeing who was on whose side. But I kind of don't want to go that route with my channel. And also the Dre Sports, that's a little bit too much from an editing standpoint and takes up too much time and too many gigabytes. So I think I'm gonna just go on and leave that alone. Find something else to do sports wise, you know. But to all of my subscribers in the chat room and those that's gonna be listening on the replay, do be looking out for extensive footage on Wix. I'll possibly be putting that channel out possibly around November 16th, providing how the footage is. And if it really goes well, possibly the hub. So be looking forward to them things. And matter of fact, while I'm thinking about Columbia, I got you right here, East. I got to holler at you about something just to get some information. I'll get at you sometime later on in the week. But as far as other things on my channel, if you got any suggestions or things that you want to talk about or want for me to speak on or give my opinion about, just go ahead and leave your comments in that comment section. I'll pick it up sooner or later. You know. But for the most part, that's all that's going on with my channel right now. I can't really think of anything else. You know, I'm trying to stay right in the same lane of traveling. But the thing about it is you just traveling every 6 months just to stave off your depression. You know, you got to wait 6 months for you to have that real footage that's going to get you the views you really looking for. Because all my shit from Sasua is right around the monetization mark right now. And then when the stuff comes from my boss shit, there's from Russell shit, TMD, and then Chris Dogan events later on, that's gonna push it up even more. You know, so it's all about getting them hours right now. But I don't want to keep on putting out content and it's just minutes. You know, I don't want. But as far as live and all that, does all that count too? When they say on YouTube you gotta have 4,000 hours worth, does all of that count, or it just mean just for your video?
You gotta have over 1,000 to even be considered. But even over 1,000, they no guarantee that they're gonna let you monetize.
Right.
So basically, I can give you a good some quick information as far as YouTube goes. 1,000 subscribers, and Chris was right. Even with the 1,000 doesn't mean you're gonna get monetized. But as far as stopping to upload, it's if you worry about monetization, the money you might be missing out on is a small amount compared to you getting into being monetized if you choose that route. You know what I'm saying? So, for example, you could post a video, right, that goes viral, right? If it goes viral, that video alone will not only give you the 4,000 watch hour that you trying to get, you know what I'm saying, but a whole bunch of subscribers with it. So that I say continue to, you know, you don't have to put out all your stuff, but you know, you put a little, you know, put some more stuff out there, man. You never know, you know what I'm saying? Because when it does happen, right? If you don't have a lot of content in your channel, it's gonna be a waste, because let's say you have a video that goes viral, a lot of people are gonna look at your channel, but maybe you don't have a lot of stuff on there. You know what I mean? So, but when you do have a lot of stuff on there, it's perfect. And if you do go viral by any chance, right? YouTube will expedite the process of you being and you meet all the requirements. YouTube will expedite the process a lot quicker. So,
all right. So, what you got going on your channel, Ace? What you got going on, bro?
As far as anything, man, just me trying to become a world traveler, man. Right now, I put in a couple applications in the States. You know what I'm saying? Trying to get some bread up over here. And I'm still not giving up this world traveling thing. And hopefully I can make back. As far as content I put out, just random content from maybe some knowledge of Colombia, or you know, steps on me trying to be a world traveler. That's it.
What about you, Nick? Man, you got a YouTube page? I really don't know. What you got going on? Well, tell us
No,
about
I
your
don't.
travels
But I'm
coming
also
up.
trying to. So what I'm trying to do is work on a couple platforms. That the new like cryptocurrency related ones called Steemit.com and DTube. So because guys have had issues with monetization on YouTube, DTube got started by Dan
Right.
Larimer to try to give guys steady stream of content provided to them, steady stream of income provided to them by the community. Because people have had a lot of problems with YouTube, demonetizing their videos, not monetizing them, banning their content, all kinds of stuff. So DTube has been started. A lot of my friends are working on that platform. There's a girl called what's it, Triple SJ. She earns about on Steam at around $8,000 a month. So she's been knocking it out of the park. A young Asian Chinese woman. She has content on DTube. She does have some content on YouTube as well, but she's like working all three platforms. So that's kind of what I'm looking into because a lot of people have had issues with YouTube demonetizing their content or restricting their content or shutting their channel down. That's been so many problems, you know. So that's kind of what I'm looking at in endo development for me.
All right, tell us about your travels coming up, man.
What was that? My travels?
Yeah.
It's gonna be. Sorry, I just got some. There's some drama in the background going on here right now. So, anyways, what was I gonna say? What is it? It's gonna be. It'll be Medellin, Colombia, mid-October till about mid-January. Then I'm gonna go to a conference in Acapulco, which is in Acapulco, Mexico, which is about early mid-February, and then it's gonna be. I don't know what after that, you know, but I'll be back in the U.S. a little after this. Then I'll be Medellin for about 3 months and Acapulco, Mexico for the Acapulco conference.
That's what's up. Okay. Well, we got everybody covered, man. I guess this is good night. Talk to y'all later. What I got going on my channel, I'm going to try to do the live again Sunday. We're going to try to go live Sunday and try to get a panel together and come with a good-ass topic, man, you know. And hopefully people join in. And hopefully, man, the thing about the YouTube is, man, like a lot of guys, we got to work together, man, on some stuff too, man. But sometimes the more networking you do with people, man, the bigger your channel get, the bigger the next person. It's just a buzz, man. It's just like the rap game, man. You know, you got a guy that's got a demo tape. He ain't really out, but he might be hot coming up. You know, then you got the next person, platinum. You know what I'm saying? But we just got to network with each other, and I mean, you know, work together on some shit and get where we're trying to go, man. Sometimes you can do it on your own, but it's a lot faster if you band together, man. So I appreciate y'all coming on, taking y'all time out, y'all busy days. Everybody got stuff to do. We'll talk later, man. We'll try to hook something up for Sunday, man.
For sure, man. Y'all boys be safe. Have a good one.
All right, peace out.
All right, peace out, everybody. Good night.
Take care,
I'm getting a
Good
shoulder
night.
massage right now. I don't know.
Hey,
It comes free with every drink.
Free. It ain't free.
I'm gonna get out of here now, then.
All right, fellas.
Bye.
Peace.
Ain't no free massage.
Peace.